Alright guys, I'm gonna give a quick review here on Leaving Neverland, my thoughts, my opinion, right? If you guys know, Leaving Neverland is a Michael Jackson's documentary that just came out, I believe, March 3rd and 4th on HBO. It's a two-part, right? It's basically telling a story of Michael Jackson, how he began a relationship with two boys at the age of 7 and 10 and their families. Now the boys are in their 30s and they're basically telling a story of how they were sexually abused by Michael Jackson, right? Now, like I said, my channel is multi-purpose, so every once in a while I might, hit different subjects, right? Sometimes I might go into more health and wellness. I might talk about the system, the world, how we can make the world a better place. I might, like I said, do some juicing videos. I might do how to do videos and how to fix a phone, how to change a tire, how to change a light bulb, how to fix your juicer, so like I said, I'm multi-purpose. I do a lot of prediction videos, but I try to dibble dabble back and forward in different topics, different subjects, right? My thoughts on this Leaving Neverland, man. I mean, it's long, it's like a two-part, so it took me a little while to watch it. I had to like break it down into segments, right? It's kind of drawn out at sometimes, get kind of boring at times, and a little disturbing at times too. Actually gave me nightmares, right? It's actually hard to watch, but I mean, this is tough though, man, because Michael Jackson is dead and he's not here to defend himself, right? That's the thing. Michael Jackson's been dead for like 10 years now, right? Like I said, I'm going to explain something to you guys. In this world, man, we live in the society, the system we live in. You have different kind of people here. As far as, how can I say no? As far as the way how certain people do things and the behaviors, right? You have people that are heterosexuals, you have homosexuals, you have pedophiles, you have people who like animals, bestiality, right? So there's different types of people, even though basically we're all the same. We all have heartbeat, liver, kidneys. If you cut us, we're gonna bleed. We have a brain. But then there's some behaviors that some people are different, right? You have to understand, in this system we live in, this world we live in, right? There are pedophiles everywhere, right? There are homosexuals everywhere. There's heterosexuals everywhere, right? And in certain organization, you will find those people, right? You can find them in Hollywood. You can find them in corporate world, right? Certain organizations, right? So if you're trying to, say, get into Hollywood, be a singer or get into movies, an actor, right? Sometimes you have to work with some of these people, right? That could be a pedophile, but you just don't know that because they cover it up real well, right? You can understand when you're trying to make a name for yourself, sometimes there are certain things you have to do, especially when it comes to Hollywood, music industry, movie industry. It depends on, who's the man with the money, right? It could be director, the producer, right? It could be just, an artist who is well known, that you're trying to learn from, right? And sometimes you have to work with that person, especially when you're trying to come up and you don't have a name for yourself. Now, it's different when you already have a name for yourself and you're at that level, where, your status is just high status, where you're million, billion dollar status, right? Then you can turn things down. You can tell people to kiss your ass. You can leave the set, and the director and the producers will just wait for you to come back because they need you, because you're just a huge name and people following you. You have a huge following. But when you're trying to come up and you really, you don't, nobody knows you. There are certain things that, if you want to get to that level, you're going to have to do. If you want to get to that level. Now, you don't have to do it. But if you don't do it, you won't get to that level, though. Right? Meaning, you know, um, sometimes you might need to kiss a little ass. You know. Sometimes you might need to, you know, suck a little cock. Just to get to where you need to get to. It depends on who the director is and who you're trying to work for. Could be Hollywood. I mean, you don't know, right? So, and you won't know that, these director or who's running the show is like that. You're not gonna know that until you're into it and you're doing the work, and then all of a sudden, there's certain things they want you to do, and then they put you in the spot, and if you don't do it, then you probably get blacklisted or you won't work for that company anymore, right? And that could be in corporate world too, not just Hollywood, but Hollywood is huge for that, right? I studied film in college. That was my major. I got a bachelor's in that. So I studied drama, cinematography, production work, directing. I worked on set before. Did some modeling work here and there. So I know what I'm talking about. If certain things that you want to be a part of, especially Hollywood, and you want to get to that certain level, there are certain things that you're going to have to do, right? And I'm here speaking out, after seeing Leaving Neverland, and just giving my opinion, my thoughts on it. And I feel that after watching Leaving Neverland, there wasn't no true evidence. There wasn't no facts like presented in the documentary. There is no facts. You need facts. When you're trying to point a finger at somebody and saying, "Hey, this guy is a rapist. This guy is a pedophile." You need some real strong evidence. Remember, Michael Jackson was acquitted way back in 2005. I believe it was it 2005? I think it was either 2005 or 2003. I mean, he was acquitted from way back. They did a search on him. They stripped him naked. They checked out his body parts. The same guy in this video, I believe is Wade Robinson. He actually went to court and defended Michael Jackson and said that Michael Jackson never molested him. So he came out and said back in 2005 that he was never molested by Michael Jackson. Even earlier, I believe could be like 12 or 11, he said it again, that Michael Jackson has never molested him, right? So now he's coming out now, after Michael Jackson has passed away in his late 30s, and now he's saying that Michael Jackson abused him. See, he's just very inconsistent. What's going on. I can understand, with pedophiles and, they're grooming you and so forth and so forth. At a young age when you're small like that, you probably don't understand. And it's probably hard for you to come out and say something. But then at 2005, Wade Robinson was up in his 20s already. He went to court, went in front of the jury, and he said that Michael Jackson has never molested him. I mean, now he's coming out, what? Man, like 14 years later. And then making this documentary, director Don Reed. And he's saying all these things about, some disturbing things, man. Spreading butt cheeks and all these things. There's some things that he says that is like kind of laughable, because just the way how he's saying it, it seems scripted. It doesn't seem genuine. It seems fake at times. And even the other guy, I forgot the other guy's name. I don't remember the other guys, but the other guy's name, because there's two of them. There's Wade Robinson and there's this other dude there. He seems like he's just reading straight from a script, like the way he's talking. He's looking around, looking to the left, looking to the right. It's just the way he talks. It seems like he's trying to remember what to say, like he studied the script, right? Like I said, man, I'm not here to defend Michael Jackson. Maybe Michael Jackson could have been a sick guy. Maybe he did do this. Maybe Wade Robinson is telling the truth. But the fact of the matter is that there is no facts to prove anything. And Michael Jackson was acquitted. He was acquitted way back in '05. And the so-called system they have, the judicial system, he went through all that and everything, and they didn't find anything. So now you're coming out 15, 14 years later and saying that he did all these things to you when you said that Michael Jackson has never molested me in 2005 and earlier, I believe in the 90s, when you were smaller. It doesn't make any sense. Michael Jackson is dead. He's not here to defend himself. It's when I look at this, it's just grimy. It's like they're attacking a man that's dead, that can't defend himself. Basically, they're just trying to destroy his legacy right now. Basically, whatever he has worked for, his music, they're trying to take all that and burn it. Basically, make him don't really exist anymore. Even though, as far as existing, I mean, like his material, like his work. I mean, Mike Jackson is dead, so his spirit is probably somewhere around, but the body is gone, right? But all his work, they're trying to just discard that. So you don't hear it on the radio no more. You can't download the music anymore. All right. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, there are pedophiles everywhere that's still walking around right now. There's pedophiles everywhere, right? The same people who are directing videos and music videos, and you go into auditions, a lot of those guys could be pedophiles, right? The thing is that you won't know because they cover it up real nice, right? So it's a big thing in Hollywood, right? So, and the next thing too, you look at the parents in the videos, because the parents were there too, the family. The thing is that you look at Michael Jackson way back, he was 30 something, 33, 34. The Robinson guy was like, what, 7 or something like that. I mean, as a mother, as a parent, like, why would you give your kid to Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson is not a family member? You don't know him, but you're going to give your child to him? To spend weeks and hang out in the room and all these things. I mean, like I said, you need to educate yourself on certain things. A lot of things in this world. A lot of things. Like I said, everything in this system is backwards. Remember that. Everything is backwards. So there's a lot of sick, perverted, weird things, and like in the industry, right? Like I said, I don't want to really say too much, but you have to be careful, especially when you want to be a movie star, a singer, whatever you want to be, and you want to go that road. You have to do your homework and educate yourself. And as for parents, you never, no matter who it is, you could be the wickedest dancer or the wickedest actor in the world. At the end of the day, he's a performer, he's an actor, but you don't know who that person really is. The person you see on stage is going to be a different person when they're alone in the house. You understand what I'm saying? So you never want to give your kid to anybody. Never, never, especially in Hollywood music industry. You never want to leave your kid with anybody, even for an hour, or unless you're there. And after watching the documentary here, I started to notice something that, one of the moms were saying, "Oh, I didn't know, I didn't know." And when I look into her eyes, and I said to myself, I said, "What? Like, how could you not know that? Like, suppose that Michael Jackson's in the room with him for like hours, hanging out. I mean, like, how can you not think or know that anything is going on?" Now, I'm not saying that Michael Jackson did anything, no. I'm just going off of what these guys are saying. Because there's no evidence, there's no facts supporting anything. These guys are just coming out. The Wade Robinson, this Safe Chuck guy is coming out and they're just saying that Michael Jackson, molested me, right? But there's no facts, there's no videos showing anything. There's no sound, like, recording of anything. There's no pictures. It's just pictures with Michael Jackson hanging out with the kids. That's basically it. Just pictures with him hanging out. There was no evidence. And they had video cameras back then, because I saw in the documentary, I believe it's Wade Robinson had a video camera. So, I mean, you could have videotaped something, and that could be evidence. Then he mentioned something about a brief, a bloody underwear. You could have had evidence of a bloody underwear. I mean, maybe at that time he probably thought it was nothing, but still, there's no supported evidence of anything. That's just like me coming out and going, Prince is dead, right? And I'm going, oh man, I'm coming out now. I'm going, oh, when I was younger, Prince molested me, right? But I'm just saying that though, and I make a documentary on it. Yeah, Prince molested me. And there's some pictures of me hanging out with Prince, but then that's all I have. I just have pictures of me hanging out with Prince, fully clothed, walking around, watching TV, hanging out, even sitting on the bed, just hanging out. But there is no naked pictures of me and Prince. There's no supporting evidence that Prince molested me. There's no videos, there's no sound, audio of anything. There's nothing, there's no facts. So how am I gonna back that up now and then trying to make a like a statement or trying to make people believe that I was molested by Prince if there's nothing to show? People are gonna look at it and go, well, I just see you hanging out with Prince, you're fully clothed, like Michael Jackson's hanging out with, I don't know if that's Wade or whatever, but he's just hanging out there. Michael Jackson is just where is that? Some more pictures here. He's just hanging out here in a plane. He's hanging out here with the family. He's just hanging out here. It's just all fully clothed pictures. He's just shaking my hand here. There's no evidence showing any pedophile behavior, I should say, or any sexual behavior. There's nothing showing that. Just like I said, if Prince molested me, then I don't have anything to show. A next example is R. Kelly. Right? R. Kelly supposedly, slept with young girls, right? But then there was a video of him showing him, with the young girl, right? Having sex and then doing things with her. That's your evidence there, right? But there's nothing to back. And like I said, Michael Jackson went to court and he got acquitted, got off, and he was a free man. And he got off because of this Wade Robinson that said that Michael Jackson never molested me. 14, 15 years later on, you're coming out and say that he did molest me. And isn't that illegal in a kind of way? Because he basically lied to the jury, if it's even true. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of illegal there. Like I said, it doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense because the man is dead. That's one thing there. The people that are watching the documentary are just going off of what these guys are saying. They're just going off of what they're saying, what they're speaking, their story. But you're telling a story without no proof. I could say anything. I could say, oh, I saw Jesus, and we hanged out, and he told me that he's coming back in 2025 he's going to come back and take over the earth. I could say that, but they're going to be like, okay, so where's the proof that you saw Jesus? He just came to me in the night and just told me that. But believe me, I saw him though. It's the same thing here. It's like, there's evidence of Michael Jackson hanging out with these guys, dancing with them, have them on stage. No, they're saying that I was molested by Michael Jackson. Okay, you were molested. But where's the proof that you were molested? Where's the proof? Where's the facts? From watching the documentary, there is no facts. There's no proof. It was a horrible documentary. That was horrible, dude. It's hard to watch. It drags on, boring. It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, I'm not defending Michael Jackson, no. Because like I said, Michael Jackson could have been a sick guy. We don't know that because there's no proof that he actually molested any kids because he was acquitted. Right? There's no proof. But he could have been a sick guy. Like I said, in Hollywood, in the music industry, majority, not all, no. Majority, some of the people, they have pedophiles. They got heterosexuals, they got homosexuals. And if you're trying to come up and make a name for yourself in the industry, you have to work with those people. You understand? And sometimes while you work with them, months go by, years go by, they could get a little closer to you. And, if you want to move up the ladder, like I said, there are certain things you're going to have to do. Because those artists, those producers, directors, the people that put on the shows, they're into those kind of things. They're into the pedophile things. They're into the bestiality kind of things. They're into the homosexual kind of things. They're into the heterosexual kind of things. Like I said, I'm giving you a different variety of different things. Like I said, you do what you do at the end of the day, right? You if you're homosexual, it is what it is. If you're heterosexual, it is what it is. If you're pedophiling, I mean, it's not right. But again, there are pedophiles out there. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you right now. And people that you think are not pedophiles, people that you think that are not, they are. And they're alive right now walking around. Right? Oprah Winfrey went ahead and did. She did it after the documentary. Right? So this is like after the documentary to interview these guys. And like I said, Oprah Winfrey is huge in the media. Right? She has her own network. And she put in these guys on, to make them share what happened, with them and Michael Jackson, how they've been molested and everything like that. But I mean, it's something where you gotta look at it as, you guys have no facts. Oprah should never put these guys on because they don't have no facts. The documentary doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, they could say whatever they want to say. They could say Michael Jackson spread their butt cheeks, jerked them off. Okay, he did that like 20, 30 years ago. Okay, where is the proof? Weren't you the same person that went in front of the jury and said that Michael Jackson never molested me? Weren't you the same person when you were younger, at 10, 11-year-old, said that, Michael Jackson has never molested me? And even in your 20s, you said that, like I said, in 2005, and you got acquitted. Right? Strange. That's the world we live in, man. That's the world we live in, man. That's entertainment for you. Mainstream Hollywood, boy. Mainstream Hollywood, man, something you need to be very, very careful with. Educate yourself on these things, I'm telling you. Educate yourself, man. Like I said, I have a little kid right now. I have my own little son. And I would never, ever, ever leave him with anybody. Always have my eyes on them. I would never, I don't care if you're freaking Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee or whoever you are. I would never leave my kid with anybody. Not even for 10 minutes. Not even for 2 minutes. I have to be there, if anything. They're in the same room. Not leaving him anywhere with anybody. I don't care how much money or popularity or freaking stardom you have. I don't care about that. Because I already know what Hollywood is already. I already know entertainment. Mainstream is just, like I said, entertainment it's like a sham, right? At the end of the day, you know, the industry will use you, make money from you, use you in so many different ways, make money from you, and then they also break you down after. So there's a high and there's a low. And sometimes the low is much more better than the high, I tell you. Especially for the media. They will tear you down, rip you to pieces, destroy you. Basically, you won't exist anymore after they finish with you. I mean, people will still know your name, but you just probably won't find any material from you anymore. All your stuff will be gone. It'll be hard to find music or videos of you anymore unless you as a fan or a person has that material, right? Like I said, when it comes to Michael Jackson, I've learned for a long time, even as a young kid, you know, I was never really a fan of anybody, right? Because I always believe in looking into myself, right? I am my own fan, right? What I like to do, I like to sample though. Like Michael Jackson is a good dancer. He's a wicked dancer. He's a wicked artist, right? Probably one of the best dancers ever. One of the best performers ever. Performance, right? Dancer. Singer. The energy that he has on stage, you never see that again. That creativity, you're never gonna, especially, I mean, today in this society, in this world that we have with the music and everything we have now, you'll never see that again. Never. Right? So, like I said, this documentary here don't make no sense to me at all because Michael Jackson is dead, basically, right? Been dead for 10 years, man. So I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. As far as I know, it looks like they're trying to get some money from this or something like that. I guess it's Neverland. I don't know, like there's like the Jackson Foundation or whatever they have there. I guess the Michael Jackson estate, I guess there's money there or something. So I guess they want to get paid for something, I guess, for being abused or whatever, which looks like they're going off for money. So this is horrible, dude. This is horrible, man. Like I said, there are sick people out there. There are pedophiles out there in the industry, and there are people out there that are walking around right now that are pedophiles. We should focus on them and try to take them down. Michael Jackson's dead. He's dead. He's dead already. Focus on those guys in the industry now. Because there's a lot of them out there. A lot of them. Who like little boys. You know, molest little boys, and you know, a lot of strange, twisted things, right? And there's proof there, and there's proof out there for those guys. But nobody's not talking about that though. They're just attacking Michael Jackson. You know why? Because Michael Jackson is, even though he's dead, still huge. So, you know, is a music icon, is like a legendary thing here, legendary status. You know, it's to come out now and make a documentary like this, it's gonna turn some heads. Gonna make a lot of people angry too, right? Like I said, I've learned for years that I don't idolize anything. The only person I idolize is myself, right? I would dibble dabble and sample stuff like some dance move here from Bruce Lee, some of his movements. We have the way how he throws his kicks and so forth. But I don't idolize nobody. I idolize myself. I look into myself and I create from my own self. You know, I notice these artists here and they're good at what they do, right? But I don't idolize nobody. And I definitely will never leave my kid with anybody. And for the parents in this video here, they're saying that, oh, I didn't know anything what was going on. If it did happen and what they're saying is true, I believe that the parents did know. The parents did know. Because you have to understand, they say something like grooming, right? Michael Jackson came into the family. Michael Jackson was giving them money. Michael Jackson bought them a house, took them to Neverland, paid for everything, plane ride, everything was paid for. Went to all his concerts, hanged out. You know, there's a price to pay for a lot of these things. There's a price to pay. When somebody is giving you money consistently and doing all these things, there's a price to pay, man. It's a sacrifice. It's something you gotta give up. And the parents knew this. I'm not saying it's true though, but if it is, it's a price to pay. Price to pay. If you try to get into Hollywood, nobody knows your name. Starving actor. And you know, you have this high level, high caliber actor that's helping you out, that is director that's helping you out, that's popular, well known, and it's putting work into you, getting you out there, paying for everything for you. Don't you think that there's a price to pay at the end of the day? Once you start getting your name out there, people start knowing you, start making a couple thousands, maybe some millions. Don't you think there's a price to pay? Sometimes it's not even money you gotta pay. You gotta pay with something else. Right? You gotta hang out with them. You gotta sniff a little cocaine. You gotta, you know, do the activities that they're doing. Even if you're not into it, you better participate, or else you'll be blacklisted. You understand? So that's basically it, guys. Like I said, I went to school for film, was in drama, all that stuff. You know, worked on some things here and there, did some modeling stuff here and there, right? Now I have my own family, my own kid. You know, all that stuff I learned from years, knowledge myself that there's nothing better in this world than life, right? Your family, right? There's no Hollywood or no movie or anything like that, you know, can change me or make me to something that I don't want to be, right? Like I said, I'll make my own videos, but I'm going to be the star of it though, and it's going to be me producing and directing it, basically, right? So I'm not running down anybody to be, you know, actor or anything like that, because I know when you're not well known, there's a price you gotta pay for a lot of these things if you want to get your name out there. And that goes for anything. It could be corporate too. You want to move up that corporate ladder, you gotta hang out with the big guys and do stuff that you don't want to do. But if you want to get to that $1 million status and have those Lamborghinis and Rolls Royce and all these things, certain things you gotta do. You wanna get that mansion. There's certain things you gotta do, man. It doesn't come easily, because you know you have a look, and you know you just, there's something about you. You talk good, or you know you're a good actor. Yeah, I mean that's fine. But if you're not well known, oh man, there's a lot of things you gotta do. Now, once you reach that status, now, like a Michael Jackson status, Prince status, James Brown status, then you run the show. You can do whatever you want to do. You can talk the way you want to talk. You can say no, like no, I don't want to do that, and people won't say, and the directors won't say nothing to you. They'll actually kiss your toes because they need you now, because you have a huge following and you're in huge demand. But when you're not in demand, oh man, a lot of things you gotta do, man. It's just up to you if you want to do those things. It's up to you if you want to go that route. I don't want to go that route, and I know what life is, and I know my little kid mean a lot to me and my family, and I'm busy about those things, man. At the end of the day, man, those things are just illusion, man. It's just all illusion, man. Trust me. I turned on a lot of things already. I've turned down things. I said no to a lot of things and walk away from it. Because it wasn't me, it's not what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I find a different way. I mean, in this world, they make it that you need money to do certain things. Money not everything though. But the system, the way how it's created and the way to run it, they make it like you need all this money. But you don't need all that money like you think you do. You don't need all that $1 million. You don't need all that fancy car like you think you do. But there's other ways of getting what you need to get without selling out and spreading your butt cheeks and doing other things. So, yep, that's all I want to say, guys. So documentary, it's disturbing and basically boring, and there's no proof, there's no facts in anything. It's just two guys saying that they got molested by Michael Jackson, which one guy came out twice when he was real young saying that Michael Jackson has never molested me, and he came up in his 20s again and saying Michael Jackson has never molested me. Now he's coming on 15 years later on after Michael Jackson passed away, and now he's saying, yeah, he molested me. He touched me here, touched me there. And in the videos, like, they keep talking about the same thing over and over again. Oh, we had sex here. We had sex under the bed. We had sex on the bed. We had sex in the bathroom. We had sex in the theater. We had sex in the barn. It's like, okay, we get the point. Mike Jackson molested you. But where's your proof? Where's the facts that he did that? You don't have any. You're just saying these things, but there's no proof. It's ridiculous. How are you going to have a documentary that's only one-sided? It's all attacking Michael Jackson, but there's nobody on the other side to come out and say, well, this is what we have here for you. This is the proof that we have that Michael Jackson never done anything, and this is what we have here. This is what we have. It's just the family coming out and saying Michael Jackson did this and did that, did that, did that, and did that. The parents didn't see nothing. Only the two boys are coming out. And the two boys are saying that Michael Jackson molested me. But there's no facts, and it's only one-sided. There's no Michael Jackson family is not there. There's nobody, doing like a counter reaction to anything, saying, yo, that's not true. I can battle you on that. So I can show you facts that this didn't happen because 10 years ago he was acquitted, and then you were there and you actually defended him, which is showed in the video. But it's just there's no fact to show anything. So I mean, what the hell is that? Michael Jackson hugging kids. Michael Jackson walking around with a kid holding his hand, fully clothed. How is he a pedophile there? What is he doing that's sexual? You see what I'm saying? No, if you had video with Michael Jackson butt naked, and then you're in the bed, and then then I would say, oh, okay, there's some facts there. You show your underwear, or something like that, or whatever you're talking about in the video. You have proof to show whatever you're speaking, because you're speaking it, but you don't have no facts. Anybody could say anything nowadays, and you're gonna have more people coming out now and say, oh, Michael Jackson molested me too. Oh, Bill Cosby molested me. Oh, Prince molested me. Hey, everybody molested me. Hey, yeah. but no proof. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I'm not defending Michael Jackson here because, like I said, he could be a sick guy, and it happens in Hollywood. There's a lot of sick people that they like little boys, like little girls, all right? You never know. You know, maybe somebody molested Michael Jackson. You never know. Maybe Michael Jackson was molested by James Brown. Maybe Michael Jackson was molested by one of the directors them from off of, you know, the Thriller or whatever or so forth, off the Wall album when he was trying to make his upcome. A family member probably molested him when he was young. I mean, you don't know, you know, that's how it usually started. But like I said, there's no proof though, and I'm not saying that he's a pedophile because I can't say that because I don't see nothing with him, with anybody, any kids, literally in any sexual acts. No proof, no facts showing that. The only Michael Jackson that I know is the one that's on stage dancing around and singing in some documentaries here and there. He's talking. I mean, that's the only Michael Jackson I know. Michael Jackson, regular lifestyle, I don't know him. So I can't say anything. But like I said, he could have been a sick guy. And maybe these guys are telling the truth. But the way how they're coming about doing it with the documentary, it doesn't make any sense because there's no facts backing anything that they're talking about. There's no proof to anything. Right? So that's it, guys. That's just my review there on the whole leaving Neverland business. Horrible. That's the society we live in, man. They build you up and they break you down in the worst way. Even when you're dead in your grave, they're coming after you now. Man, that's freaking. Man, that's some serious thing, man. Even when you're dead, they're coming after you, boy. Oh man. You know, Michael Jackson has his kids too. You know, his kids are still alive. You know what I mean? Man, that's rough, man. That's rough. That's the society we live in, man. That's social media we live in, man. As I said, nobody doesn't care about you. All they really say is that they don't really care about you. A lot of people don't give a damn about you, man. Especially when it comes to entertainment, social media, and all these things, they don't care about you. They will use you until you're dead. And even when you're dead, they're still trying to make money off of you. That's horrible. Yeah, so that's about it, man. That's all I want to say about this documentary. And like I said, don't pay attention to a lot of these things, especially mainstream. Because stuff like this is just, it's just usually, you know, somebody trying to make a name for himself, like the director's probably trying to make a name for himself. The two guys here are trying to make some money, probably. Like I said, there is no proof and facts, so that's what it looks like. Now, if there was true evidence and facts backing whatever they were saying, then I could say, okay. But there's no true evidence and facts. It just looks like the director trying to build his name up, and the Wade Robinson guy and the other guy there is trying to make some money off of, you know, Michael Jackson estate, basically, because there's money there. The money for the kids, actually, Michael Jackson kids. So it's grimy, man. That's cutthroat. I mean, this is a kid that Michael Jackson actually put on. Like I said, in the industry, you know, if you want to get a name out there, and Michael Jackson is huge, and he puts you on, you know, a lot of things could happen along the way. And not saying that he did anything, but that's how the Hollywood is. There's a lot of people out there that you don't know behind closed doors what they're doing, and you will never know until you're in it, and then you start living it, and you're like, oh crap. So be aware and be careful with your kids, man. And be careful what you want to get into or what you think you want to get into, because there's a lot of things you got to do just to be part of that. Right? Keep on kicking. Us.